Did you know that after age 40, a woman's body goes through hormonal changes that affect everything from metabolism to energy levels and even mood? And yet, thousands of women are starting intermittent fasting without really knowing if it's safe for them. Studies show that after 40, the risk of insulin resistance, belly fat, chronic fatigue, and even heart disease increases significantly. When done correctly, fasting can be a powerful tool to help reverse these risks, but when done wrong, it can actually make things worse. In this video, you'll learn exactly what every woman needs to know before starting intermittent fasting. After 40, with science-based guidance, clinical insights, and real-life experience from working with thousands of women just like you. So go ahead, hit that like button, share this video with a friend who's thinking about fasting, and comment below. Have you tried intermittent fasting? What was your experience? The taboo around female fasting. Why so much confusion? After 40? For decades, female nutrition has been treated as a copy of male nutrition with just a few tweaks. And when intermittent fasting started gaining attention, guess what? Most of the research was done on young, healthy men. The result? A flood of misinformation for women, especially those navigating the intense hormonal shifts after 40. Many women report feeling drained, having irregular periods, or even experiencing worse anxiety and sleep problems when starting fasting. But that doesn't mean fasting is bad. It just means we need to understand the female body on a deeper level. After 40, estrogen and progesterone levels begin to fluctuate significantly. This directly impacts how your body handles stress, burns fat, and uses glucose. And yes, fasting is perceived by the body as a mild form of stress. The problem isn't fasting. The problem is fasting without honoring your body. And that's exactly what we're here to talk about. What are the main risks of fasting without guidance after 40? Fasting without understanding what's happening in your body after 40 is like driving at night without headlights. You might get where you're going, but you're risking a crash along the way. One of the biggest traps is a spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. After 40, many women are already dealing with an overloaded HPA axis, the system that helps regulate stress. And if fasting is done too abruptly or without proper nutritional support, it can make that imbalance even worse. The result? Anxiety, emotional eating, and trouble sleeping. Another common risk is the loss of lean muscle. As estrogen naturally declines, sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, starts to accelerate. If you're fasting without nourishing your body properly, during your eating windows, you may lose muscle instead of fat. That slows down your metabolism and makes long-term results harder to achieve. There are also women who jump straight into aggressive fasting protocols, 18 or even 24 hours a day, without easing in. This can lead to hypoglycemia, extreme fatigue, and even throw off your menstrual cycle, even if you're already in perimenopause or menopause. And here's another red flag. Many women start fasting while also cutting carbs drastically. That can interfere with serotonin production, affect your mood, and trigger binge eating episodes. Fasting after 40 should be therapeutic and tailored to your needs, not an act of punishment or desperation. The secret is understanding the risks so you can avoid them wisely. How does fasting affect your female hormones? If you've ever felt exhausted for no clear reason, or noticed your mood swinging, or felt stuck with your weight despite eating better, it's not just age. It's your body signaling that your hormones are shifting. And yes, intermittent fasting can absolutely influence that process. After 40, our bodies operate differently. Hormones like estrogen and progesterone begin to decline, and that affects everything from how well we sleep to how efficiently we burn fat. When done right, fasting can actually support hormone balance, help your body use energy more efficiently, and even give your metabolism a fresh start. But here's an important warning: if you fast too much, too soon, or too intensely, your body can perceive it as stress. In response, it increases cortisol, the hormone that keeps you on high alert, and the result? Anxiety, irritability, and even weight gain, especially around the belly. And there's more. When you don't eat enough, your body may slow your metabolism down to conserve energy. That's why so many women say, "I'm fasting but not losing weight." The issue isn't fasting itself, it's how you're fasting. Your body isn't broken. It's asking for care. Fasting can absolutely be a powerful tool, but only when it's done gently, with awareness, and in tune with this new rhythm life brings after 40. Fasting and your menstrual cycle. Does it still matter after 40? Many people assume that once menopause hits, the menstrual cycle no longer matters. But the truth is, even when your period becomes irregular or disappears, your body is still sending out hormonal signals, and understanding those signals can make all the difference if you want to fast safely. If you're still in perimenopause, that transitional phase where cycles become irregular but haven't stopped completely, your body is still highly sensitive to dietary shifts, especially fasting. During this time, estrogen and progesterone can rise and fall like a roller coaster. That affects your energy, your appetite, and your mood. For example, fasting on days when you're overly tired or right before your period can make you feel even more irritable, unfocused, or give you the urge to eat everything in sight. That doesn't mean fasting doesn't work for you. It means you need to adapt. Respecting your body's timing is part of the process. And if you're already in menopause, you might be wondering, does any of this still matter? Yes, it absolutely does. Even without a monthly cycle, your body still responds to hormonal shifts and needs balance. Fasting can help regulate these new rhythms, boost your energy, and even improve sleep and weight, but it must be done gently, without extremes. Fasting after 40 isn't about following strict rules, it's about tuning in. The more you understand your body, the more it works with you. And that truly is a woman's greatest strength. How fasting affects your mental and emotional health. Have you ever noticed your mood shifting for no clear reason? One moment you're fine, and the next everything feels heavy, frustrating, or off. That's more common than you think, especially after 40. And believe it or not, fasting plays a big role here. When done in balance, fasting can greatly improve your mental clarity. Many women say they feel more focused, lighter, and less anxious. That's because fasting reduces inflammation, improves insulin sensitivity, and even boosts the production of feel-good brain chemicals like dopamine. You feel more centered, more alert, more connected to yourself. But there's another side to it, and it's important to talk about. If fasting is done rigidly, without listening to your body's cues, it can raise cortisol levels. And when stress hormones go up, your emotions can go all over the place. You might feel short-tempered, impatient, anxious, with that nagging sense that you're doing everything right, but nothing seems to work. Also, if you've ever had a complicated relationship with food, fasting can unintentionally trigger old patterns. That inner voice, the one that says, "You're only good if you're in control of everything," might come back. And let me tell you, that's not health, that's a trap. Mental health must walk hand in hand with physical health. There's no such thing as healthy fasting if it leaves you emotionally drained. The key is balance, self-awareness, and most of all, compassion for yourself. Fasting and sleep, the hidden connection that can transform your health. One of the first things that changes after 40 is sleep. It gets lighter, more sensitive, and you may not even know why. You wake up in the middle of the night and can't fall back asleep. Or you wake up exhausted, even though you didn't do anything out of the ordinary. And this is where one of the most powerful and least talked about benefits of intermittent fasting comes in, its impact on sleep when done right. Nighttime fasting is one of the most natural and beneficial ways to begin. By simply leaving more time between dinner and breakfast, you allow your body the space it needs to truly rest. Without needing to digest food through the night, your system can focus on what really matters, repairing cells, balancing hormones, and calming the nervous system. Many women say that after eating dinner earlier and allowing for a longer overnight fast, they sleep better, wake up more refreshed, and even remember their dreams more clearly. That's because the body operates in cycles, and when you eat late or go to bed full, you interrupt that natural rhythm. But let's be clear, fasting isn't about deprivation. If you go to bed hungry or find yourself waking up anxious or restless, you may be pushing too hard. The goal is balance. Have an early dinner, nourish yourself well, and give your body the peace it needs to rest, not the stress of scarcity. When fasting supports your sleep instead of disturbing it, it becomes one of the most powerful allies for your health and longevity. Do you have to fast every day? The truth about frequency and flexibility. One of the most common questions women ask when starting intermittent fasting is, do I need to do this every single day to see results? And the answer is simple, but powerful. No, your body doesn't need or want rigidity. What it needs is rhythm, responsiveness, and balance. Especially after 40, when your hormones are already going through so many changes, trying to force a strict daily pattern can do more harm than good. Some women thrive with daily fasting. Others don't, and that's okay. There are times when your body needs a break, when your stress is higher or your sleep is disrupted, and trying to fast through that can feel like running on empty. You can fast 3 times a week, or every other day, or just on weekends. What matters is that it fits your life, not the other way around. Fasting isn't a rule. It's a tool. And even more important, what you eat between your fasts matters just as much as the fast itself. Fasting for 16 hours won't do much if you spend the next 8 eating in a chaotic or inflammatory way. The real transformation comes from the combination of mindful fasting, nourishing food, and real rest. Fasting is about connection, not control. It's about learning to listen to your body and honor its rhythms. When you do that, your body responds with gratitude. Is there a right age to start fasting? This is a question I hear all the time. Am I too old for this? Or, I didn't start earlier, is it too late now? The answer is clear and empowering. No, it's not too late. There's no right age to start fasting. What matters is the right moment, and that moment is whenever you decide to start taking better care of yourself. Yes, the body changes after 40, that's a fact. But those changes aren't a sign that you should slow down or limit yourself. They're an invitation to live more intentionally, more wisely, and with deeper respect for your body. Fasting can absolutely be part of that shift. In fact, for many women, fasting actually makes more sense after 40. Why? Because the signs from your body become clearer. Because health becomes a top priority. And because, let's be honest, you're done with extreme diets and quick fixes that ignore your real needs. Just remember, you don't have to start with anything extreme. Start small. Maybe just stop nighttime snacking or stretch the time between dinner and breakfast. And then, listen. Your body will speak. And with each step, you'll feel more in control of your health. Not out of pressure, but by choice. It's not too late. It's exactly the right time to reconnect with yourself. How to start safely. A simple plan for beginners over 40. Getting started with intermittent fasting doesn't have to be complicated or painful. In fact, the simpler your start, the more likely you are to stick with it and truly see the benefits. Rule number 1. Take it slow. The female body, especially after 40, responds much better to gentleness than to force. Don't start by skipping breakfast for 16 hours right out of the gate. That can cause more stress than results. Here's a simple, safe plan to help you get started. Step 1. Adjust your dinner time. Try eating dinner earlier, between 6 and 7 p.m. This signals to your body that it's time to wind down and prepare for rest. Step 2. Ease into a light overnight fast. If you eat dinner at 7 p.m., aim to have breakfast around 7 or 8 a.m. That gives you a natural 12 to 13-hour fast while you sleep. No effort, no pressure. Step 3. Listen to your body. If you wake up hungry, eat. If you feel good, wait a little longer. The goal is flexibility, not rigidity. Step 4. Make your meals count. A nourishing breakfast with protein, healthy fats, and whole foods will give you lasting fullness and help your body respond better to fasting. Step 5. Don't forget to hydrate. Water, herbal teas, and light broths are your best friends during a fast. They help regulate appetite, keep your energy stable, and prevent headaches or irritability. And maybe the most important step, be patient. Your body won't change overnight. It changes when it feels safe, respected, and supported. And when you treat fasting as an act of self-care, not punishment, your body responds with health, lightness, and balance. Intermittent fasting as a tool for longevity, not an obsession. Over time, it's easy to turn fasting into a goal, a checklist, even a silent obsession. That little voice starts whispering, "You have to fast every day." And suddenly, something that was meant to support your health becomes another form of pressure. But it doesn't have to and shouldn't be that way. Intermittent fasting is one of the most powerful tools we have for supporting the body, the brain, and long-term vitality. It helps reduce inflammation, enhances cellular function, balances hormones, and even activates the body's natural repair systems. Studies show it can help prevent chronic conditions like diabetes, Alzheimer's, and heart disease. That's incredible. But the real value of fasting isn't in rigid discipline, it's in freedom. It's in being able to choose when and how you eat with mindfulness. It's about realizing that you don't have to be eating all the time to feel well, that there's clarity, strength, and peace in the spaces between meals. Longevity isn't built in a rush. It's built through consistent choices, by listening to your body, by honoring your limits and your natural rhythms. Fasting can and should be part of that journey, but not as a rule, as an ally. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be present. You need to put yourself first. And when you do, every fast becomes an act of self-love. Fasting after 40 is possible. It's safe. And it's truly transformational when you do it the right way. If you've made it this far, it means you know your body is changing and you want to walk through that change with wisdom, not fear. And that, without a doubt, is one of the most powerful choices you can make for yourself. Intermittent fasting isn't a magic solution, but when it's done with respect, awareness, and care, it can quietly transform your metabolism, your mindset, your energy, and your overall health. So here are 3 simple steps you can take today. Pick 3 days a week to eat dinner earlier. Just this shift can be a powerful beginning. Notice how you feel the next morning. Did you wake up with more energy, less hunger? That's your body speaking to you. Nourish yourself with intention. Fasting doesn't erase poor habits. It amplifies good ones. And remember, fasting is not about punishment. It's about reconnection. It's about giving your body space to restore, your mind room to breathe, and your health a chance to thrive. If this message resonated with you, give this video a like, share it with another woman who needs to hear this, and comment below. Are you ready to start fasting with more intention? Your story might be the encouragement another woman needs to take her first step. You are not alone on this journey, and your body, with everything it's been through and everything it's overcome, deserves this care.